the stuff that we're breathing right now. And we pump it in a compressor, we take out any humidity, because we don't want humidity inside the tank, because it'll make it rust. So it's just filtered air that goes inside of it. Can anyone tell me what the percentage of the gases are inside this tank? The percentage of gas that we have right now?
20%, I don't know.
No?
75%.
No? What's the percentage of, what's the percent of oxygen? No? Alright, I'm going to give it to you. 21% oxygen, 21, and 79% nitrogen. Okay? That's the relative, and there's some small trace gases, but that's generally what's inside here. So if you hear people call it an oxygen tank, it's not. It's just an air tank. Okay? So you'll see the valve to the tank is right here. That's, you saw me turn it on. This turns on the tank and shuts off the tank. Okay? And then we have, this is called the regulator. Okay? This is the device that attaches to the tank. Inside of this tank we have 3,000 psi, pounds per square inch. If I were to crank that valve open without this on here, that tank would spin around in a circle and cause all kinds of havoc. Okay? So we need something, you can't breathe 3,000 psi. We need something that's going to regulate that gas down to something we can breathe. So that's what this is. It's a first stage regulator. It takes 3,000 and brings it down to 142 psi, plus or minus that. Okay, that's what this does. It's a regulator. High pressure to lower pressure. Then we have all these fancy hoses coming off the back, right? Does anybody tell me what these hoses do? Well, one of them coming off, okay, goes to this right here, which attaches to what we call a BCD, or a buoyancy compensating device. It's what this tank is attached to. Okay? It's how it attaches to the diver, this thing. What this thing is, a buoyancy compensating device, is merely an elevator in the water. Here I'm pumping it up, pump it all the way up. See that? See how it's filling with air? What that allows him to do is come up in the water, or if he lets air out, it allows him to sink in the water. As divers, we don't want to be sinking to the bottom and crawling around, and we don't want to be up at the surface, right? So can anyone tell me what do we want to be? We don't want to be positively buoyant. We don't want to be negatively buoyant. We want to be neutrally buoyant. That's where we want to be, okay? Neutral in the water. To be neutral in the water is about the closest thing that you guys will ever get to being an astronaut. Maybe some of you guys will be astronauts, but for most of us, if you can become a scuba diver, that's the closest thing to being weightless as you can, because you don't float, you don't sink, you just hover there with the fish. It's really cool. You can do barrel